us where you're from?
I'm from the very deep south of Louisiana.
Chapter?
Chapter Epic.
And the leader roles that you've been a part of?
This past year, I believe that I was a chapter mentor, but I definitely was a part of all the different roles as well.
Awesome. And what's the intended audience that you have and some places that you've given this presentation?
So it's for peers and above, and I've presented this for my coworkers, and I've shared the concept of it with a lot of my friends and my family.
Awesome. Look forward to it.
Okay. Do you need my speech title? Okay, all right. It's Happy Endings. All right.
It's all good.
I'm a sucker for happy endings. If you want me to watch a movie, just tell me there's a solid happy ending. I love watching Elsa teach Anna how to ice skate at the end of Frozen. George Banks welcoming his newborn daughter into the world at the end of Father of the Bride 2. And hearing Miss Claire's passionately fervent prayer at the end of War Room. At the end of the little chapters in my life, I also strive for happy endings. And the seemingly small choices I make, I use to work towards and increase the quality of my next happy ending. So today, in 7 minutes or less, I want to help you work towards your happy ending. First though, let's talk about what I mean specifically by happy ending. In short, a happy ending is a closing to a chapter in life, or accomplishing that final goal. And some examples of a happy ending would be graduating high school, making it on the sports team you've been trying out for, or even writing that book you've been putting off for the past 2 years. So since this is such a broad subject, I'm going to do my best to cover most sides of the spectrum. First though, let's talk about the dragon you'll have to slay, which is the art of procrastination. No matter what it is you're trying to accomplish, this is a killer for most of us. I would tell you to set goals and to conquer the hard task first, but I believe we've all heard this before. What can you actually use to fight this? I used to make a list of things to do. I'd put them beside my bed at night so that I'd wake up and in theory, I would see it and go do all of it. Truth is, 3 out of 4 times this didn't work. In fact, most of the time, I didn't even make it out of bed. I hit the snooze button. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who suffered the effects of motivation deficit followed by the abundance of procrastination. In fact, statistics tell me I'm not. MyTimeManagement.com states that 85 through 95% of students admit to having problems associated with procrastination, and that 40% of people struggle financially due to the effects of procrastination. So now that we know this, what should we do? Well, today I'm going to suggest that you begin using the 5-second rule. And when I say that, I don't mean waiting 5 seconds till it's too late to eat your food off the floor. Mel Robbins, a television host, life coach, and contributing editor for the magazine Success, stumbled upon what she now calls the 5-second rule. In late 2009, she had spent 3 months every morning hitting the snooze button. Why? Her and her husband were struggling financially and were on the verge of bankruptcy. She said, I would wake up in the morning and I knew exactly what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to get up and get my kids off to school, but I just kept hitting the snooze button over and over again. One night she was watching television and an ad came on of a rocket ship shooting off into space. And believe it or not, that was the moment she decided to take action. The next morning when she woke up, she counted down just as they did for that rocket ship. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then launched herself right out of bed. She thought it was the craziest thing, but it worked. And she did it again the next morning, and it worked again. Before she knew it, she wasn't just using this method to get out of bed in the morning, but to take action in her work, her relationships, and in chasing down her dreams. Her one-liner definition of the 5-second rule is this. If you have an impulse to take action on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds or your brain will kill the idea. And there's science backing this, that if you step out of your autopilot mode due to hesitating about taking action in some way, your brain will realize it. And in order to protect you, it's going to try to reason you out of it. In an article about the 5-second rule, Mel Robbins said, "It's not as easy as just do it. If it were that easy, everybody would have everything they ever wanted. There's something really foundational that has to happen before we can take action, and that is that we must learn to conquer our own feelings." Now that we know how to defeat procrastination, let me ask you, why do you want this? Why do you want to get on the sports team? Why do you want to meet more people? Why do you want to change? To quote Christian comedian Michael Jr., when you know your why, your what is more powerful. For example, maybe you want to go into nursing school. Why? Well, perhaps you have a deep inner passion to help people, or you hate seeing people living in long-term pain. Maybe you want to be a football player. Why? Well, I could be wrong. It could just be for fun. But what if there's something about the determination and the strength that it takes to do it that excites you? Now, these may be mushy and cheesy examples, but my point is that when you know why you want to do what you want to do, why you are so passionate about it, what you do will become more powerful. Now, if you've ever read to the end of a book or watched to the end of a movie, I'm sure you've tried to come up with ideas as to how the story might continue on afterwards. Maybe you've imagined your favorite couple falling in love and getting married, or maybe you wondered what new angle the next movie will take on your favorite character. The truth is that after every ending, there will be a new beginning. After you finish high school, there's college or trade school. After you get on the sports team, there are going to be games to play. And after you write your book, I hope you're going to share it with people. I just graduated about a month ago, but I've been spending the past 6 months talking with my older brothers and my mom, and even looking up articles for myself about college. So even if it's just listening to those who have gone before you, I think it's important to plan ahead for this time of transition. Time source. So defeat procrastination. Ask yourself why you want to do what you want to do, and prepare for your new beginnings. In short, work hard and do what you love to achieve your next happy ending. The end.